crosshair. It's been a while. Good to see you.
Commander Cody.
A looming question in the many years after Revenge of the Sith was the whereabouts of CC-2224, Commander Cody. Aside from Oddball, whom we see for a very short time at the beginning of the film, Cody was really the first notable clone trooper to appear on screen. For a decent chunk of the second act of Revenge of the Sith, he played a considerable role all the way up to the execution of Order 66. But after that, there was really nothing, at least in canon. In Legends, there's admittedly not too much to go off of for Cody either, but there's one noteworthy thing I want to bring up. In the video game Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, there's a databank entry for the Imperial Stormtrooper that is written by Cody himself. If you'll indulge me, I'd like to take a second to read that entry.
Since the Empire has redirected the clone trooper program to other pursuits and stepped up recruiting inferior humans from the Outer Rim, the operational effectiveness of this army has declined significantly. The stormtroopers in my own battalion are expendable buffoons. They have neither common sense nor sense of their own surroundings. Just today, I witnessed a new recruit hit his head on a blast door during maneuvers. Blasted idiots. What a disgrace to the heritage and legacy of a once truly incredible fighting force. As one of the last clone troopers in service today, few others can share in my disdain for these men. I'd sacrifice an entire platoon of new stormtrooper recruits just for one real clone trooper. If the clone template were still alive, I think he'd kill them all himself.
It's clear that after the rise of the Empire and subsequent change to conscripted soldiers, Cody remained within the ranks of the army to serve as a battalion commander and an instructor. But that was 2010. Let's jump ahead, shall we? Flash forward to 2023 with the release of The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 3 of The Solitary Clone. This episode is widely regarded as one of the very best in the series, and it's no secret as to why. The perspective has shifted from the somewhat lighter tone of Clone Force 99's adventures around the galaxy to the gritty, unforgiving nature of the Galactic Empire, and more specifically of Crosshair. After being cleared for active duty, Crosshair is assigned to a new commander for a new mission to rescue a captured Imperial governor on Desix. Crosshair quickly finds out that his new commander is none other than Cody. This marks the first time we're ever seeing Cody in a post-Order 66 galaxy since Revenge of the Sith, almost 20 years ago. You can immediately see from his new armor design that Cody has changed under the new regime. What was once the comfort color of orange seen with the 212th Attack Battalion has been sucked away and replaced with the unremarkable and lifeless gray befitting the soulless empire Cody now serves. But not everything is as it seems with the fan-favorite commander. With what we know about the inhibitor chips placed within the heads of all clones, free will is taken away, forcing them to execute their Jedi leaders, generals and commanders they fought side by side with, earning each other's respect. As we've seen in the Clone Wars and the Bad Batch, the effects of the inhibitor chip make the victim act as if they were just droids following every command. But what we've also seen in Bad Batch is the effects wear off after a period of time. When Cody speaks about how more and more clones are starting to question Order 66, Crosshair's response triggers something fascinating from Cody.
Then they are traitors, like the Jedi.
Cody shows signs of guilt. Might I just say that this whole scene is incredible, from the acting of D. Bradley Baker to the facial animation, score, or lack thereof, it's all amazing. Anyway, Cody replies with the all-too-famous line clones repeat as a sort of hypnotic validation for their actions.
Good soldiers follow orders.
Good soldiers follow orders.
Good soldiers follow orders.
The two head out with their squad to Desix. One of my favorite aspects of this episode is how it just feels like an episode right out of the Clone Wars. A squad of clones on a mission to take out a droid army inside a city. But the way this battle is presented is far more sinister, for lack of a better word. The clone troopers of the Empire breach into the city, forcing the peaceful civilians to run indoors out of fear.
It's okay. We're here to help.
Cody might believe those words right now, or at least be trying to believe them, because it's just like old times, battling clankers. But not much later will his belief be challenged. The clones continue making their way through the city, taking down droids left and right. They eventually make it to the bell tower where the governor is being held. Making their way to the top, there's a standoff between the former governor Tawny Ames with the Imperial Governor Groton at gunpoint and Cody and Crosshair. Cody tries to reinforce that the Empire's purpose is for peace and order. Tawny brings up a nice callback to Separatist Senator Mina Bonteri and the peace initiative that would have ended the Clone War, but Palpatine instead rejected the negotiations.
I realized then, peace was never an option.
Cody, hearkening back to his former Jedi General Kenobi, lays down his weapon and negotiates, asking Tawny to lower her own weapon and resolve the conflict without more bloodshed. Tawny releases Groton, who then immediately orders her execution. Cody tries to reason with him, but Groton stands his ground, ultimately leading to Crosshair executing Ames. A far cry from General Kenobi. Cody's glance at Crosshair is incredibly telling. Back during their first meeting on Coruscant, they both seemed to be testing the waters of one another, seeing where they stood on loyalty to the Empire. Cody's look seemed to show that he now knew where Crosshair stood. Good soldiers follow orders. With the clones now victorious and the dirty work done, conscripted TK troopers arrive to secure the city with ease. Cody watches on in uncertainty and sorrow. The battle may be over, but this was not a victory. Cody and Crosshair return to Coruscant. Cody looks at the Battle of Geonosis Memorial, the names of all those soldiers who died in the name of the Republic. He asks Crosshair if the Empire is truly making the galaxy better. Crosshair reaffirms that soldiers do what is needed of them.
You know what makes us different from battle droids? We make our own decisions, our own choices. And we have to live with them too.
This was undoubtedly my favorite Cody moment of all time. It has so much weight to it. When Crosshair brought up the Jedi being traitors in their first meeting, the remorse on Cody's face was undeniable and showed how he felt. Cody, a good soldier who followed orders, who knows nothing about the inhibitor chips, believes it was his choice to attack Obi-Wan, that it was his decision to execute Order 66 on his leader. Cody walks away, leaving Crosshair to consider the words of the only clone left in the army he could consider an ally. Crosshair is given another mission by Vice Admiral Rampart, but with a different commander. Crosshair asks why he's not with Cody this time, and Rampart answers that Cody has gone AWOL, like so many other clones before him. One final thing I want to address that I couldn't find the right spot to include until now. There's a distinct difference in how Cody addresses his clone brothers, as opposed to how Imperial officers address them. When Cody returned, his first word was the name of Crosshair, as opposed to his number of CT-9904. Later, on Desix, Cody calls the other clones by their names, such as Wyler and Nova, and is hurt when they're killed. Of course, this is nothing new during the time of the Clone Wars, but this is a much different era.
Cody?
CC-2224.
The Empire has taken away the humanity of its soldiers, disrespected them, and would later cast them aside. Something Cody saw and got out of. As far as we know, Rampart could have been lying and Cody is strapped to a table in Mount Tantus, but time will tell. There we have it. I know this video is much longer than my Scorch one, so if you made it this far, thank you so much. As I said before, I just love talking about Star Wars, be it the stories, the mythos, certain characters, events, moments, you name it. So this is definitely a series I plan on continuing. Once more, thank you so much for watching. Please leave your own thoughts, takeaways, whatever it may be down in the comments. And let me know where you think Cody is. Is he on the run? Is he trying to find Rex? Is he in the Bahamas? Let me know. Discussing our own interpretations of this franchise is one of my favorite things, and it's something I want to continue bringing to the channel. Until next time, consider leaving a like, subscribe, tapping that notification bell, and as always, may the Force be with you.